Hello and welcome to another episode of Put Me in Coach on episode 48, Diamondbacks versus Giants Game 3. Lineup of today, Vargas is now in the second lineup of the lineup, playing first base. Adrian Del Castro playing catcher, Loris Grove Jr. as DH. Jose Fernandez playing third base, Jorge Barosa playing right field, Tim Tawa at left field, and the rest is the same. Just looking at the stats of what they're doing, basically the only people did not get on a base is Vargas, Adrian Del Castro, Loris Grove Jr., and Jorge Barosa, and the rest did. And so it just shows enough of um it's kind of like half, like 50-50 in this point enough, but love seeing the bats alive more and stuff. So getting a little bit hits here and there and getting runs is a positive. So I think that really affected the game very well and stuff. Pitching wise enough, Morel Kelly started for today for the Diamondbacks. He went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, struck out 4, no walks, and gave up 3 runs and stuff. So obviously enough of last time, enough he went, of a complete game and stuff. Little of not the way it went as back to back, but fortunately enough, had a little struggle here and there, but did pretty good enough to let the Giants with 3 runs and stuff for us to keep going and have more runs and stuff. The Giants pitcher Taylor Merrill pitched 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, struck out 6, walked none, and gave up 6 runs. So I think he is also in the same range as Kelly for today and stuff. It's just there's only 1 inning. He didn't do so well, and the Diamondbacks gave advantage on him and stuff. So I would say he did pretty good, but I think Kelly did a lot better overall and stuff. That's pretty much of that. Bullpen for the Diamondbacks, Brendan Garcia, Taylor Clark, Brandon Fott, and Paul Shiwa came at the end to get another save. And again, no runs for the bullpen, so looking pretty good. Scoring wise of enough, I'm not going to talk about every score, so I'll kind of down a little bit. And starting off with Casey Smith hitting a solo home run to make it 1-0 top of the first. Bryce Eldridge hit a RBI double to make it 2-1 top of the second. Canto Marte for a 2-home run to make it 3-2 bottom of the third. And Gerardo Perdomo hit a 2 RBI double to make it 6-3 bottom of the fifth. And that is the final score. Winning another game 6-3, getting our record 25-23. Now we are 2 up on 500, so that is a pretty good way to go out there. And fortunately enough, get another series win and sweeping the Giants and stuff. So we took some advantage from there and stuff, and we should, So that's that. Love to see a sweep and stuff. We need to do that to pretty much. I wish every game and stuff like of it because I want this team to be unbeatable in a way and stuff. But of course, enough of there's gonna be lost games sometimes and stuff. But we want to get more wins impossible to do and stuff. Progress in a way for offense. I do honestly have enough. I think Marte just figures it out and stuff. There's some ways enough he's gonna go hot and cold, but I don't know. Maybe that walk-off home run from yesterday pretty much fired him up, and he went 3 for 3. And honestly enough, that's pretty good and stuff. A little bit hits here and there. I know Perdomo is not getting the right sparks at the time and stuff, but it's good to see him to get the bat alive as well and stuff. Jose Fernandez is doing well enough. Ryan Wolfsman, obviously enough. If he is getting that bat enough of anything, he's gonna be a good player for our team and stuff. I am literally hoping for his first career home run and stuff, and he was so close today. I was so bummed. I want that ball to be out of there and stuff. I want to see this guy home run and stuff. His first career home run. I want it so freaking bad and stuff. And he every single time the ball goes off of his bat so hard, he puts so much contact to the ball so many times and stuff. It's crazy of how good this kid is and stuff. But when it flies out there and stuff, you'd be more imagine enough of how far it goes and stuff, because not every stadium is the same. So I have a feeling most generally enough of other stadiums that might be gone and stuff. But fortunately, stayed in, and fortunately, it got caught. So those things happens and stuff. Not offense, pitching wise and stuff. Keep it going. Like, I think pitching is just doing so well at this point and stuff. Just, I know we're gonna have these points where it's not gonna work sometimes and stuff, but we gotta make it work. And I just thinking, just having that mindset enough of just like, hey, like, let's go out there and win and stuff. And basically Kelly just locked in today and stuff. Got a little bit hits here and there and stuff, because honestly enough, again, Giants are not a terrible team. Like, I get it, like, we just swept them, but they still have good players, can actually hit the baseball. So, like, their hottest players is probably, I don't know, like Willie Adames maybe and stuff. Who knows? But, I like, currently enough, like, I don't like Rafael Devers that so much and stuff, but he can still hit the ball. And the crazy thing is like, when I was looking at Devers and stuff, like, he just hacks the ball so many times and stuff. It feels like he's trying to hurt himself in a way. Like, it just doesn't look good. But in some ways enough, when you try to go for that swing he's trying to do and stuff, he puts a lot of power in his swing and stuff. So if he puts a lot of contact to it and stuff, the ball is going to fly like crazy fast and stuff. So it's going to be base hit or going to be home run and stuff. Fortunately, he hit a home run, yesterday game and stuff. So he shows his power. It's just like, the only thing he struggles because, he's not very consistent, I guess you could say that and stuff. But I don't know, just the way he approach of swinging at bats and stuff, and I don't know, it's just it's really uncomfortable to watch him in some ways, especially enough of his attitude from the Red Sox and stuff. But it's just like, I don't know, like, he's a weird player. Even Luis Ariz is a little weird, but I would prefer him over, because he's just a better batter than Devers in some ways. That's just my opinion. Just, I'm not trying to be a hater, and stuff. Like, honestly enough, like, Luis Ariz is honestly a better offense and better defense, by the way. Like, Devers is being very respectful at first base. He's doing good at defense. Like, especially enough of this season, like, he was more surprising at first base, like in game 2 and game 1 and all stuff. Like, he could be a Gold Glove if he keep doing this and stuff in some ways and stuff. But yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just this team is a little bit weird to me overall and stuff. I was more a big Giants fan, but just like, I don't know. My boy was on the team and stuff, but like it just until the time enough he went gone and Poser Posey is not there and stuff. Just this whole team is a little bit weird to me. I don't know. Just I'm a weird person. Um, so I think in pitching it just needs to just get better and better each time. I thinking we just need to keep progress and motivate to us to let's win games and stuff. Especially enough at this time we're playing lower teams like the Rockies and the Giants. I know the next series I don't know if we played in Coors Field. Now the Rockies are coming to Chase Field next and stuff, and we're playing a 4-game series against the Rockies. So it'd be crazy enough of if we can win 3 out of 4 games or have a sweep 4 games and stuff. That'd be great and stuff. But you know, though currently enough of what I specifically want is just to win the series and win some games and stuff. But yeah, it's just like these typical things enough of we gotta understand enough of like I understand enough like we are playing bad teams enough and we gotta have some advantage to win games and stuff because this is the moment of it and stuff. I wish we have the same mindset and momentum enough of to beat like teams like the Dodgers or the Braves, and win the series over them, maybe sweep them in some ways and stuff. It's a possible thing to do and stuff. There's other bad teams do the same thing on good teams and stuff. You never know. It will surprise you more often than before of enough. Like you could say enough of the Rockies absolutely could sweep the Dodgers in some ways. We could sweep the Dodgers some ways and stuff. Things happen some ways and stuff, but it's not gonna happen often, but it could happen and stuff. So just think about that enough of it. It's a possibility we could get swept by the Rockies in 4 games. Who knows? And we probably didn't see that coming, but the way of enough of we've been playing against them and against the Giants and how our offense and our pitching is doing so well and how we're doing against on these teams and stuff, I thinking we have a better chance to win in these series against the Giants and the Rockies at this time and stuff. So it's gonna be huge, and I wish we can do exactly the same thing against of the good team like the Dodgers and the Braves and maybe the Yankees. Who knows and stuff. Like even the Cubs. The Cubs swept us and stuff, and the Cubs are not looking good against the Brewers. Showing enough of how good the Brewers teams is and stuff. Like, they're hot and cold here and there and stuff, but right now they're getting heated at the time and stuff, and Cubs are not getting the chance that they want to win some games because it's hard enough to be very consistent on winning games and stuff. It's hard, it's what it is. Our MVP for today is gonna be back-to-back MVP. I probably never had back-to-back MVPs before, but Kento Marte with that 2-home run to take the lead of 3-2 in the bottom of the third and stuff, giving him advantage to win another MVP. This is his third one on this podcast. Good for him. He needs his batting going and stuff. A lot of people saying enough of let's trade this guy. Seriously, he's like one of our best players on the team and stuff, and he has so emotion to the team and the teammates and the fans. Do not do this. I don't freaking care of enough of what he decided of he wants to take a break from the All-Star, okay? Because he's Kento Marte, okay? If he wants to take a break, he will take a break and stuff. You don't need enough of a teammate to thinking about just like, oh, I don't like you doing this. How about we just trade him? Okay. The Red Sox just traded Rafael Devers by not playing first base, and he's playing first base for the Giants. like, is he talking back with the teammates? Is he, like, having a bad attitude in a way? Like, the reason enough of Devers got traded because the Red Sox realized enough of just like, oh, you're not kidding anymore. Okay, you want to play this game? Let's just, like, get the heck this guy out of here, you know? Like, we don't need you. Okay, you don't want to play first base? Go to a different team. Because we don't need this. Okay? Have a better attitude and stuff. And Curly have enough of playing first base for the Giants is absolutely crazy in a way at this time when he said no to against the Red Sox. But you gotta understand of enough of maybe he learned a lesson when he went to the Giants and stuff because he's mostly a DH. He played third base for the Red Sox and stuff, and he was a well respected person at third base. He was a great defense player for third base and stuff. All these typical things. He was a power hitter and stuff. I was literally watching the game the day he got traded and stuff. They were playing the Yankees. They also won the series over the Yankees. He hit a home run the same day he got traded to the Giants and stuff. And I'm just more of surprised. Like, a lot of people were surprised. A lot of people were shocked enough of Devers got traded to the Giants and stuff. Just like, what did the Red Sox do? And stuff, and the reason enough of why he got traded because his attitude, and he was not being a teammate, a team player. You gotta understand, team player. Okay, Pete Rose specifically did this. He was a team player for the Reds in the 1975 World Series. Okay, he specifically enough of where. Trying to think of what's his name, the manager for the Reds. Is it Sandy Anderson or something like that? I don't know. The manager for the Reds, the Reds at the time and stuff. I think that's his name. But anyways, he wanted to be Rose, and he specifically of enough. Like, hey, can you play third base? P. Rose, no, like, out about of anything, didn't say other words enough. He says, I'll do it. These are the changes you gotta do to be a team player. And fortunately for Devers, he wasn't a team player for the Red Sox. So having that attitude in the dugout or in the clubhouse, whatever, at Fenway Park and stuff, that's why he got booted. And then, fortunately, playing for first base for the Giants, like, it's just absolutely insane. So it's not going to be the same thing as Kento Marte and stuff. The only time enough of Marte got a little bit of the typical things here and there of rumors. A lot of people were saying he's getting traded because he specifically just asked enough of he wants to take a break. He just got to the All-Star, and he wants some breaks and stuff. Just let him take a break. There's nothing wrong with that and stuff. And the only person got his back is Perdomo, and the rest just realized enough, like, let's trade this guy for taking a break. Like, I don't understand this and stuff. You want to trade one of our best players because he wants to take a break. Look at yourself at the mirror, please, and realize enough of you're never going to be Kento Marte, and you're never going to be good like as him. Be a team player. Be part of the team. Be respectful. And Kento Marte is the dog. Crazy. It's baseball. Baseball's life. That's what it is. There's nothing romantic about baseball. Okay? Billy Beane said that. Don't forget, Moneyball, the best. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and thank you for watching.